Paphos was the mythical birthplace of Aphrodite, so you can be sure that you'll have a lot of ancient archaeology on the agenda in this town in western Cyprus. Kato Paphos on the water's edge is the ancient city where the mosaics of Roman villas are as vibrant now as the day they were laid. It's a guarantee that you'll eat and drink well in Paphos, where you can feast on meze and sample the range of wines that are grown in the hills to the east of the town. And for the little ones, a water park, zoo, and an almost endless array of beaches. Today we share the top 10 best things to do in Paphos so you can plan a trip and experience all the exciting attractions and activities this beautiful city has to offer. Starting with number 10, Paphos Beach. Despite the wealth of historical sites in and around Paphos, the resort's main tourist attractions remains its superb beaches. On the east side of town is lovely Akamas Beach with plenty of good facilities, making it a top choice for holidaymakers with children in tow. Another very popular choice is Coral Bay, 8 kilometers north of central Paphos. Its curving strip of soft, golden sand with plenty of sun loungers for rent, water sports operators offering paddleboard and kayak rental, and a couple of restaurants for lunch make it a favorite for easygoing days of sun, sand, and swimming. At number 9 is the Paphos Archaeological Site. Although the mosaics of the Dionysus House inside Paphos Archaeological Site are the most popular historic attractions to visit within the ruins, the site contains the remnants of an Odeon, Agora, and Asclepion from the town's Roman period. The Odeon, a small theater, is still used today for summer music festivals and has 12 rows of seating. In front is the large court, 95 square meters, of the Agora, which functioned as a Roman marketplace with only the foundations and parts of the columns visible. Nearby are the crumbled remains of ancient city walls. At number 8, Tombs of the Kings. A short 2-kilometer stroll out of town brings you to the rock-cut chambers of the Tombs of the Kings. These impressive underground tombs date to the 4th century BCE and are carved out of solid rock, some decorated with Doric pillars and all sporting a distinct Egyptian influence. This UNESCO World Heritage Site was a burial ground for ancient Paphos during the Greek and Roman periods and probably was used for high-ranking officials or members of society of those eras. There are 7 tombs to explore here, but if you're short on time, make a beeline for tomb number 3, which contains the most interesting architectural elements with a wealth of columns surrounding its atrium. At number 7, photograph Paphos Fort. Although it's tiny, the Paphos Fort is one of the most recognizable sites in Paphos. Built in 1592 by the Ottomans, it is sited over an earlier medieval castle built by the Lusignans, which in turn was built over an earlier Byzantine fort. You enter by crossing a tiny bridge across a moat. Its prime position, overlooking the harbor, made it an excellent line of defense for the town. This is the number 1 spot in town for sweeping views across the Mediterranean. Climb to the roof for great panoramas of the harbor area and the sea beyond. At number 6 in our list, Aphrodite Waterpark. A family favorite for those long summer days, Aphrodite Waterpark is the largest attraction of its kind on this side of Cyprus. In all, it has 17 rides and attractions with something for both the big kids and toddlers. There are 4 high-speed plunges for people who want to get the adrenaline pumping, including Racer, in which you face off against your friends to see who can get to the bottom of this tube ride first. More sedate is Lazy River, a mile-long float beneath waterfalls and fountains that drops you right back at your sun lounger. At number 5, Paphos Zoo. This attraction was once the private menagerie and aviary of a local businessman and animal collector, Christos Christophorou. At the turn of this century, Christophorou decided to open his zoo up to the public with the aim of showing off his collection and educating visitors about animal conservation. The zoo is situated in a landscaped environment of gardens and ponds, and houses monkeys, giraffes, tigers, white lions, kangaroos, meerkats, and more. The bird area is possibly the most interesting, with more than 200 species including a wide range of birds of prey. At number 4, Troodos Mountains. For a change of scenery, you could always take to the Troodos Mountains. It's the largest range on the island, with Cyprus' tallest peak, Mount Olympus. In the foothills, the range has sleepy old villages next to terraced olive groves and vineyards, woven by chuckling streams that are ensconced in deciduous woodland. As you go higher, you'll come to peaks forested with pine trees, and here in winter you can even go skiing. For culture, keep your eyes peeled for Troodos' UNESCO-listed Byzantine churches and monasteries. At number 3 in our list, Akamas Peninsula. For those looking to wear their walking boots, the Akamas Peninsula, 44 kilometers north from Paphos, is a wild and beautiful place, perfect for hikers and nature lovers. It contains a staggering amount of flora and fauna and is home to 35 plant species only found in Cyprus. The trails here are all well marked and organized, meaning everyone, not just seasoned walkers, can enjoy them. The most popular is the Aphrodite Trail, which takes around 4 hours and begins and ends at the Baths of Aphrodite and takes in the monastery ruins of Chrysorrogiatissa along the way. At number 2, Chrysorrogiatissa Monastery. Northeast of Paphos town in the foothills of the Troodos Mountains is this 12th century monastery, which is beautiful in its own right but also contains a museum celebrating Byzantine art. Some of the monastery's own hagiographical art is exquisite, including the icons of Christ and Virgin Mary that are lacquered with gold and silver. Within the museum collection is a sculpture of the Virgin Mary crafted from pure silver. Part of the monastery's appeal comes from its location in the Paphos forest, gazing out over cedar and cypress-covered hillsides. Check out the number 1 places in our list, St. Paul's Pillar. This is one of Cyprus' most significant pilgrimage sites. Back in 45 AD, it wasn't a great idea to try to spread Christianity to places that didn't want it if you were interested in self-preservation. Paul the Apostle came to Paphos to convert the ruler from paganism, and for his efforts got 39 lashes. In the grounds of Panagia Chrysopolitissa, a handsome Orthodox/Anglican church on the site of an ancient basilica, you'll find the pillar to which the saint was tied for his punishment. The pillar has been eroded down the years but is still standing amid 2 millennia of ruins that include some stunning mosaics. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite things to do in Paphos? Is there something we missed? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to Greenable if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.